Should the St. Louis Blues try to trade up from their 16th overall pick? Well, I'm going to tell you more about why I think they should try. Come here on Locked on Blues.
You're Locked on Blues, your daily podcast on the St. Louis Blues. Part of the Locked on Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome back to Locked on Blues. I am your host of Locked on Blues, Haley Taylor Simon, talking to you all things about our St. Louis Blues here, a part of the Locked on Podcast Network, your team every day. On today's episode, I'm going to talk about why the Blues should try to trade up from their 16th overall pick, worlds, and things that I'm seeing from our Blues players. And of course, draft heavy. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to talk some more about the draft and how I think the Blues are in some good spots. But before I dive into anything on today's episode, I want to let you know to smash that subscribe button for Locked on Blues. We're at 900 subscribers, which is amazing. Let's get to 1,000 before the draft. I think that'd be such a cool milestone to share. I am on my own, flying myself out to Las Vegas. So I will be there for the podcast. So it will be a good time. So let's get back to this draft talk. Should the Blues try to trade up from 16? Well, this could go a number of ways. One, I knew that the lottery wasn't going to do us any favors because the way that the lottery works is, well, I think it's rigged, to be honest. But I just didn't see the Blues moving up whatsoever. I think the problem is with this draft, and I talked about this a lot, is that I really like Sam Dickinson, who is a defender. I think he's a great two-way defender. When Russ Cohen was on, aka Sportsology, we talked about him. And I said that that was my dream player. Now, here is the problem, okay? Is that I think he's going to go top 8. That makes me a little bit nervous. I think that, listen, I know last year I was heavy on some players that we weren't going to get, like Sam Benson. I knew we weren't going to get him, but I was still like, okay, let's go try. But no, I really, really like Sam Dickinson. Why is it all the Sams? It's a little bit funny if you think about it. But I think the Blues honestly need to attempt to try. And I also want to go over the Blues' draft picks that they have for this year for the first rounds, because I think that honestly it might be a little bit confusing. But here's the thing. The Blues, they have a lot of potential, right? They have a lot that they can do. In the first round, I'm going to be honest, and it sucks, they have the 16th pick. That's it. Well, last year they had multiple picks in the first round, which we know about. So here's the other thing. Do the Blues try to trade up from that 16 to maybe get in that top 12 to 10? And then they also have in the second round pick 48 and 55. So would you try to maybe use one of those to move up? Like, there are so many possibilities. The problem is that the first 2 rounds are really when you get your star guys, if even. I was looking at a really interesting statistic because this had a deal of Tyler Tucker, and he is the 25th most active player that came out of the 7th round in the draft. Joe Pavelski on the Sharks, and not on the Sharks now. He's on the Stars now. He's number 1 with over 1,000 games. The point being, there's not a lot of guys that come out of like the 7th round, right? That end up getting, really good spots. And then the Blues. So I'll just go over all the picks and I'll talk about who they got them from. They also have pick 80 and 96 in the 3rd round, pick 112 in the 4th round, pick 144 in the 5th round, pick 176 in the 6th round, and in the 7th round, 208 and 210. So obviously your minds are probably like, okay, Hale, how do they get some of the picks that they have? And let me just explain. So the pick that they have in the 2nd round, it's pick 55. They got it from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So yeah, not really much to it. And then in the third round, they have a pick from the Rangers because they took our boy Tarasenko, who is now on the Sharks spot. I'm not the Sharks. I really hate. Why am I saying the Sharks? He's now on the Panthers. So I am happy for him because the Panthers are playing really well, and it's always nice, like, looking at Tarasenko. I miss him come back to St. Louis. But also, besides Tarasenko, they got the pick, so that was good. The fourth round are ours. The fifth round, our picks. The sixth round is from the Philadelphia Flyers, who the Blues got Kevin Hayes from, and also the 2024 sixth round pick. And then finally, that seventh round, the 208 is us. The 210 is the Islanders when they acquired our boy, which is crazy. I forgot about this. It happened like Robert Bertuzzo. Yeah. So not that many picks. I don't know. I just don't like that we go from 16 to 48. And that's what makes me nervous is why is it that for whatever reason, I feel like there has to be a trade done for this draft. I will be there in attendance, but here's my cat. Big Blues fan, Stella. But here's the thing. If the Blues stay at 16 and they don't even try to get another first round pick, then they failed. I'm going to be honest. Now, I would be okay, for instance, the Blues had the 16th. They take the 48th pick or 55 pick, second round pick, because that, again, has value in it. And you take one of them, you move up to the first round. That's when you might have to trade a player. There's a lot at stake here, but I wouldn't see a problem in the Blues taking that initiative to get a higher pick. And I want to know what you think, because this is something that I thought about quite a lot. I thought about all the possible scenarios. And, I hate to be, the Debbie Downer, because it does seem like I'm being a little bit negative, but I think it's because I just really believe that the St. Louis Blues are more capable of greatness. In the first round last year, we got Dvorsky, which I love. We got Otto Stenberg, okay? And then we got Theo Lindstein. All great draft picks. I know Dvorsky's he was in Sweden. They're all like Swedish guys, but then we don't have any second round picks, which I was okay with because we had 3 first round picks, right? Then we go on to the third round, and then we get Quentin Burns. Honestly, I know we haven't talked much about him. That's just how it is. Like, you're not going to talk much about the guys that you don't get in the first round, and it's nothing on him. Oh, we got some other players, but nothing of that significance. Of course, in 2022, in our first round, we got Snuggie. And then again, we went from him. That was our 1 first round pick. And then we had no other first round picks. In 2021, Zach Balduke. Awesome. Again, I know we talked about Simon Robertson. Has same first. Well, my last name's Simon, his first name. But still, nothing else. Then you want to go on to 2020. What happened in 2020 with our first round pick at 26 overall? We got Jake Neighbors. What's up, Jakey Neighbors? And then in the 5th round, by the way, in 2020, because I know this isn't talked about as much, we did get Matthew Kessel, who I love Matthew Kessel. So that's rare, though. We also got Leo Loof, too. But the Matthew Kessel thing, that's a rare situation. We go to 2019. We didn't have a first round pick, but you know who we got? In the second round, pick 31, we got Nikita Alexandrov. That's right, baby. And then we didn't have any other picks. Well, we had the third round pick and things like that. I'm proving some points. And this is like a lot of like point proving today. I'm like, it's funny, but we did get Dominique Bach, and that might have been I mean, he was young, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. But not to be a downer, but in the 2018 draft, besides Bog, we got Scott Perunovich in the second round. We got Joel Hofer in the 4th round. we got Hugh McGing in the 5th round. We got our boy Tyler Tucker in the 7th round. So that actually was a really solid draft, considering that a lot of the guys that I literally love so much, we got in later rounds, which is absolutely insane. In 2017, I promise I'm not going to go back like too crazy. In 2017, we got our boy, the one, the only, Robert Thomas. I love Robert Thomas. My favorite player on the Blues on this current team. He will be the captain one day. I know he's on the San Jose Sharks right now, but we did in the 1st round did get Costin. Not much, but that was another 1st rounder. And then the 4th round, we did get Alexei Torchenko. So again, another name. Then I'm almost done, I promise. Then in 2016, 1st round, we did get Tage Thompson, obviously. Yeah. And then in the second round, 5th pick, we did get Jordan Kyrou. So that's as far as I'm going. So as you can tell by the pattern, a lot of our guys did come from that 1st round. So that's why I'm like, we need some more guys in the 1st round. Before I go absolutely crazy and go all the way back to 2015, you know what? This is not my fault. You talk draft, I get excited and I just want to talk about the history of the draft and then I get off track about Policygenius. Okay. Policygenius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace. It saves you time and money so you can provide your family with financial safety net starting today. With Policygenius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million coverage. Some options offer same-day approval to avoid unnecessary medical exams. And here's the other thing that I love about Policygenius. It helps you compare your options from top companies, and their team of licensed experts is on hand to talk you through it. Talk to a team of award-winning agents who will walk you through the process step by step. Easily compare quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. You work with life insurance policy, may or may not offer protection for your family's need. Even worse, it may not come with you if you leave your job, okay? So check life insurance off your to-do list with no time with Policygenius. Head to policygenius.com/lockdownnhl or click in the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/lockdownnhl. Worlds, worlds, worlds. I know. I wake up, I'm watching hockey. I'm going to bed, I'm watching hockey. And I think the thing about Worlds is too, which makes it more exciting, is just the fact that we have our guys on the team. I think that it's helpful having 5 players from your team compete. Like, it makes it fun. A lot of teams don't have that. So it definitely gives me some extra kind of motivation to watch. But no, it's been really fun. And I think that, just seeing, Hofer the other day with the shutout win, like, it's just been really, not the shutout win. He had a win. It was not a shutout win. It was a 4-2 win, right? Right. That was London. But no, it has been fun. And I have been telling you for such a long time to continue to watch it. And some of you guys are saying, Haley, we can't watch it because, we're not able to. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Illegally stream it. Like, I'm not telling you that, but like, you can. So upcoming tomorrow, it will be Canada and Austria. So that will be a fun one. I'm telling you, I'm just having the time of my life watching these games. And again, like, I'm just living for this. So right now with the standings, we have Switzerland, who are 2-1. We have Finland, who are 2 well, they have 7 points. It's weird how they count it. Then we have Canada in 3rd place. Let's go, Hofer, Biddington, and Pareko. And then we have Czechoslovakia. Then we have Denmark at 5, Austria at 6, Great Britain at 7, Norway in 8th. So that is Group A. Group B. Did I just mess it? Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Group B, we have Sweden. Then we have Slovakia. And then we have, I have to click on names. Latvia. I'm so sorry. USA at 4. Why is it all like in abbreviations like this? Oh, geez. Kazakhstan. I'm so sorry. At 5, Germany, especially die Deutsch in Sieks. I can speak German at 6. Then we have France at 7, and then Poland at 8. So Canada doing good, and it's just been really fun. Even the Swedish guys I like to watch a lot, because the thing is, like, when you think about like the NHL and you think about the players that we're like really acquainted with, I'm just really used to seeing our guys, so it's definitely interesting. But speaking of our players, because I only care about the Blues guys, and no offense to anybody else, Parayko, no goals, no assists, no points, and he's 0 for plus minus. Then we have my boys, our goalies, and I just like, it's so cool. I mean, I'm so sorry, Dallas Nichols. I know he's on the Devils, like, ooh, but I only care about Hofer and why do they wait, Nichols Dolls? What? They have some of the names. I'm sorry. I don't care about any other team. But Hofer has 1 win with an 86.67 save percentage, and he's allowed an average of 2 goals a game, but it's been 1 game. Then we have our boy Jordan Binnington. It's like I love this man, okay? 1 win and 95% save percentage and 1 goal allowed. Like, this is what I'm saying. These are my boys. Like, you have no idea how much I love this team. And the save percentage is a 91.43 in total. Like, they just make me so proud, honestly. And I think that's the thing about this team is that I just get happy. Like, we have the 4th best save percentage. And you know who that's because? Our boys. Yes. This is a fan club for the goalie Tatum for Team Canada. But let's also take a look at the United States because we do have some players. And by some, I mean 2. We have Kevin Hayes. And then we also have Matthew Kessel. So let's take a look. Honestly, like, I have to scroll because Hayes is at the back. Is he not even on here? Wait, this might be like, wait, is this a joke? Oh, they have Kevin Hayes. Okay. Kevin Hayes, he's actually smiling in his picture. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 points, and -2. It's okay. You still have a lot of hockey left, Kevin. And then for defense, let you show. I don't know if Kessel's even played, but he's 0-0-0. Yeah, the goalies, not a fan. They're not really doing that well. I mean, they're fine, but yeah, that's some hockey for Worlds. I know more than you're expecting, more than I was expecting to give. I love watching Canada. I'm sorry to the US, like, go USA, but I only watch the Canada games because, like, our goalies, and I did watch some US today, but the thing is, like, I want to watch our goalies, and I won't get that with the US. So, again, I am so sorry for anyone that's like, Haley's a fake fan of the US hockey team. I'm not. I just, Binnington, Hofer. Yay. Okay. Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. I hope you really enjoyed the fact that I talked about World Hockey. You have such a passion as the Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. But here's the thing. I have two focuses. The draft and Worlds. I like watching the playoffs. I see some of our old players, and of course that brings me happiness. But if you actually want to know what I care about, it's about how the Blues can get back in the playoffs. And right now, I think that it's really great that Binnington and Hofer have the opportunity to play for a team that's a really good team. I told you about the roster before for Canada, and they have really good defense in front of them. And I think that is something that they missed with the Blues the past couple seasons was the defense just didn't show up for them. So I think that now that they have this, they can see what it's like to be, between the pipes with the defense that actually can defend. No shade to any current Blues players, but that is what's going on. But it is a draft heavy time. And I know that I have some people that are subscribing to the channel that are not Blues fans, and you're doing it because of my draft coverage. And I will be coming up with, mock drafts. But I think the reason why this is such a big draft, especially for, the Blues and how they can succeed, is truly just because of the fact of two things. One, defense, heavy on everyone's noggin. I really do believe that that's what the Blues need to do. Do I think they're going to do that? I really hope so. The Blues would be making a huge, huge, huge mistake if they didn't try to get a defender. They really would. I mean, this draft is so defense driven that you would be an idiot. And I don't say that lightly, but you would be an idiot to not try to get a solid defender. And again, I'm not trying to be negative. I am just being realistic when it comes to the sanity of the St. Louis Blues. Ross and I, we broke down the draft. I mean, he really gave a good understanding of, hey, these are players that are kind of within their reach, but at the same time, you may not be able to get them. And that's honestly okay. Because I think that him just telling me, hey, these players, they could fall. Like Sam Dickinson, he could fall. Listen, left-handed defender, London Knights, obviously I want him. Do I think that's going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. But it's the what ifs. There's a lot of players that, I don't know how many players will fall. But there's an interesting name, too, that I want to tell you about. And that is, I'm going to end up mispronouncing, because I don't have any of the pronunciation things, which is really frustrating. But his name is Adam Juracek. Once ESPN comes out with the pronunciation things, I need to listen, because I'm telling you this is not correct. I'm just calling him Adam. And this is from Rachel Dory from ESPN. He's an excellent skater with great agility, which could serve him well transitioning from defender at the NHL level. He reads the play well and makes good decisions on when he needs to jump the rush. Now, all of these comments from The Athletic, Daily Faceoff, just all the different things talk about his skating. He's tall, he's lean, he can fill out. He plays at a high tempo, which is good. He was injured at World Juniors, but, But again, he's something that the Blues could get. So why am I telling you about this? We're going to be very draft heavy. I will be having on so many different guests to talk about the draft, because if you're a Blues fan, this is what you should care about right now, is who the Blues will pick at 16, if they say at 16, and if the Blues are able to get another first-round draft pick, which they kind of do need, to tell you the truth. But we'll talk a lot more about this. I just wanted to let you know what to prepare for this podcast. So if you know somebody that's not a Blues fan, but they love draft stuff, tell them to check out Locked On Blues, because I am telling you right now, this is the place to be. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. And like always, let's go Blues.